Hello, and welcome to the Ohio Department of Taxation's Information Guide series. Today we will be discussing Notice ID 7004, the School District Income Tax Failure to File Notice. The notice presented here may look slightly different from the one you received in the mail, but the information provided on the notice is the same. This notice is issued to taxpayers who live in a taxing school district. School district income tax is voted on by the taxpayers in the school district, and the proceeds are used to help maintain the schools. The Department of Taxation administers the billing and collection of the tax on behalf of the school districts. As you open the letter, in the top right of the page you will see the tax year, the type of tax, and that it is a failure to file notice. You will also see that your immediate action is required. As you move down the page, on the left-hand side you will see your name and address and the notice ID number. On the right-hand side you will see the date of the letter and the last four digits of your Social Security number. In the upper left-hand corner is the address for the Ohio Department of Taxation. The section below shows that you are receiving this notice because we have not received your SD-100 School District Income Tax Return. The notice lists the school district that was indicated on your Ohio Individual Income Tax Return and that the school district had an income tax in effect for the year reflected on this bill. The notice will also give you the tax rate for the billed period. Moving down the notice, there are three boxes that contain different options used to resolve the tax issue. After reading the three scenarios, you will choose the option that fits your situation and respond by following the instructions. Option number 1 is applicable for taxpayers who were not residents of the identified school district for any period of time during the tax year on the notice. If you did not live in the identified school district, send a letter stating that you did not live there during the tax year. Include in the letter addresses where you did live during the year, along with dates and the correct school district numbers. To support your claim of residency in a different school district, please provide any of the following items that will help validate your claim: lease agreements and/or mortgage statements for the period of time in question, utility bills for the first and last month during the period of time in question, cell phone bills for the first and last month for the period of time in question, or a letter on company letterhead or notarized statement from your landlord substantiating the beginning and ending date of residency. This list of items you can use to validate your residency is located on the reverse side of your notice under Documentation Required for option number 1. Option number 2 is for taxpayers who were full year or part year residents of the school district during the tax year on the notice and have not filed their school district income tax return. You must file a school district tax return even if you were only a part year resident of a taxable district. You may file the school district individual income tax return electronically for free using the Ohio iFile program available at tax.ohio.gov. Or you can submit a paper return, Form SD-100, along with all W-2s and/or 1099s. Paper returns can be mailed to the address shown on the school district income tax return or faxed to 614-387-1847. Please note, if you choose to file the return electronically, you are not required to mail a copy in response to the notice. If applicable, submit payments electronically at tax.ohio.gov or include them in your mail response with the appropriate payment voucher, Form SD-40P, for the tax year on the notice. Please include any applicable interest and penalty with your payment. The calculation of interest and penalty is detailed on the back page of the notice. Our interactive notice, which is available to you on our self-help e-library, has many links that will give you easy access to helpful information and destinations to assist you in resolving your tax delinquency. One such link is for the Ohio iFile program. You may also access Ohio iFile by going to tax.ohio.gov and clicking on File Income Taxes Online, which is under the Filing and Payment Options header. Option number 3 is for taxpayers who have already filed their school district income tax return and, if applicable, paid their tax liability for the year in question. Your response should include a paper copy of the return along with all W-2s and 1099s, a copy of the failure to file notice, and copies of the canceled checks for any payments that you have made. If your tax return was originally filed electronically, include the 10-digit confirmation number from your filing. If you have submitted an electronic payment, please include the confirmation number for the payment, which should be a 15-digit number for credit card payments or a 6-digit number for ACH payments. There will be a separate confirmation number for the filing of the return and for your payment. Occasionally, tax returns are processed under an incorrect Social Security number. Please double-check your tax return to make sure the Social Security number is correct and legible. If it is incorrect, please include the complete correct Social Security number in your response. The next section of the notice includes an area where you can write your phone number and email address in case the department has follow-up questions regarding the information you submit. Immediately below, you will see the date by which you are required to respond. Failing to respond by this date may lead to an assessment, which will include estimated tax, interest, and penalties. The last sentence on the page gives our telephone number. Also, on the interactive notice, you will find a link to the Contact Us page that lists various department telephone numbers, as well as a link to the Email Us Your Tax Questions page. The back page of the notice begins with the additional documentation for option number 1. You may send any of the listed items to help validate your residency. While it is very convenient to iFile, the following 5 situations may prevent you from using the iFile to submit your school district income tax return. 1. You are attempting to file a school district tax return prior to the current tax year -4. 2. You are attempting to file an amended Ohio school district tax return. 3. You are filing a return for a deceased taxpayer as the executor or guardian. 4. You have a foreign address or an in care of address. And number 5, you do not have a Social Security number or taxpayer identification number. If any of these situations apply to you, please send us your paper return. The next section answers a question that we are asked daily. The Ohio Department of Taxation is not authorized to set up a formal payment plan. However, any partial payments that are sent will be applied to the outstanding balance. Please include a payment voucher with any payment that you send so it can be applied correctly. Payments can also be made electronically at tax.ohio.gov. The interactive notice provides a link to easily navigate you to the individual tax payments by credit card or electronic check section of our website. You may also arrive there by going to tax.ohio.gov and clicking on the Make a Payment option under the Filing and Payment Options heading. The next section of the notice cites the specific Ohio Revised Code sections applicable to charging interest and penalties on taxes owed, and describes briefly how the tax rates are calculated. For more information on the laws, tax rates, and calculations, visit tax.ohio.gov, where you can read the Ohio Revised Code and find tax rates and more information on penalties and interest charged. You will find direct links to this information on the interactive notice available in our self-help library. Your notice now refers to the Finder. If you are unsure of your school district, accessing the Finder is a quick and easy way of obtaining it. You can use the Finder by visiting tax.ohio.gov and clicking on the Finder link, or you can click on the Finder link on our interactive notice. The second to last item on the back page includes a legal reference to the Internal Revenue Code pertaining to the exchange of information between the IRS and state taxation and revenue departments. If you go to our interactive notice, we have a link that provides easy access to that specific reference. The final paragraph on the notice provides you with the chapter of the Ohio Revised Code that allows school districts to levy school district income tax. Again, you will find easy access to a link to this chapter on our interactive notice. This concludes the School District Income Tax Failure to File Notice Information Guide. Should you have any other questions, visit tax.ohio.gov or call us at 1-888-405-4091. Thank you.